Luminary Log, August 1st, 2025. Backtracking. You know, the first time I read the title of the episode, I said it like super sensually. I was like, backtracking. Like I put a little stank on it. Anyway, hey, what's up, people? It's time for the Luminary Log once again. Hey. My birthday's on the 9th. That's pretty cool, right? Hey, anyway, welcome to August. In this month, we will be seeing a lot of stuff. I don't know. If I do it once a month, I always forget how the fuck I do this shit, right? The Life Update podcast, I figured that shit out pretty well. But anyway, so first of all, let's go over the stats. So first of all, I want to address YouTube because I think we got a couple subscribers over the course of the month, and then they slowly just tapped out over time. So we're still at 167 after a whole month, which is crazy. Nobody gives a shit about Death Stranding. That's what we're finding out. Nobody gave a shit about Death Stranding on YouTube. I think they did on Twitch, maybe a little bit, but like somehow the Yakuza stuff was doing better on YouTube. That's really interesting. Anyway, yeah, so Instagram 106 down to 104. We lost 2. You know, the virality of that Gran Turismo clip is long gone at this point, so we got what we could out of that, and maybe people have fallen off because of they don't like my stories, but I post a lot of music and other funny stuff on there. Anyway, Kick down 1 from 37 to 38. I think that's just because fake accounts trickle in and then they just get like mass ban waved. So I keep hovering around this range, and I get up to like 42, 43, and then I jump back down to like 35 or something. It's weird. TikTok 28 to 29. I did get a 30th follower. That was their name was Christ. Their name was cross emoji, Jesus loves you in all caps. Cross emoji. That was cool, but they've unfollowed me now, so I guess Jesus does not in fact love me. I think I've seen that name before as well, so if they show up again, I think I might just block them. Twitch up 6 from 41 to 47. Pretty cool. Hey, that's cool. You know, I'm all I need is one place to bang. That's all I really need, and then everything else will follow, right? Twitter X up 3 from 78 to 81. I went up to 83 and then went down a couple of my 𝑰𝑵𝑚𝑐s got soft banned and then made like new alt accounts that then followed me. So that's where 2 of those came from. Everything else is just kind of unexplainable. And then YouTube, of course, 167 to 167. I'm a little under the weather right now. You may be able to tell. You may not be able to tell. I had a post-nasal drip starting Tuesday afternoon / night-ish. I went into work Wednesday and I was like mostly okay, but then Thursday, yesterday, just my nose was running constantly. I got up in the middle of the night and drank some water and whatever, and just very, very not fun. Sniffling the whole fucking time, and just not cool. So today, the little TMI, feel free to skip 30 seconds ahead or whatever, but my mucus has thickened a bit, so now I'm just kind of stuffy more than anything. I sneeze very rarely, but when I do, it like tenses my whole like muscle area around like the base of my throat and around my shoulders. So it feels like I get like really harshly It feels like I get like really harshly strangled for a split second, and then my muscles are just like sore for like a good 20 or 30 seconds after, which is really annoying. But that's what I'm dealing with. I feel pretty solid mentally. One thing I'm thinking about is how funny it is that I played Night Rain for the first time back when it came out, and I was just in a weird state at the time. And now that I'm finally ready to get back to it, I'm also not feeling super great again. So we'll see how soon I get back to it, but I do want to get back to it. I apologize. So as for what's coming up, my birthday is on the 9th. I don't have any plans right now. I've many months ago, earlier in the year, I was like, oh, maybe you can do this, maybe you can do that, maybe you can do this, maybe you can do that. And ideas that I don't even want to air out here in a more secretive fashion. But I have nothing. And I'm not saying that as like, oh, I'm going to lead them into thinking there is nothing. No. Considering last year when I did the whole Streamtacular, if I'm going to do something cool, I want to make sure people know about it. But I want it to go on record. I've got nothing in mind right now. So we're just focused on getting out of our current ditch with all this backlog of stuff, okay? So I don't know what I'm gonna do around my birthday. I don't think there'll be a stream on the 9th, unfortunately, just because I think I've got other obligations right now. But I'm taking like 3 weeks off starting on the 10th because I was so mad a couple weeks ago when I got the schedule in for that week, and I was working on the 9th because I've been so busy and stressed out about everything and overloaded with nonsense that I forgot to request it off in the first place, like a fucking idiot. So I reflexively, out of anger, was like, oh, maybe I'll just take like fucking 3 weeks off. And then when I got to the computer to do it, I was like, man, maybe it should be like 2. And I was like, no, you know what? The passion that I felt in that moment wanted 3. Let's do 3. So hopefully late August we'll see a lot of stuff happen, okay? I still need to figure out when's the right time to do a lot of the things that I want to do, including I need to revamp. I think I want to make a new loading screen. I'm not that passionate about it, but like it definitely has to get fixed up at some point. We can probably do better about it. That's a far off thing. I want to make a new logo. I have ideas for it. I just need to sit down and really like draw it out properly. We've got to get the character design figured out and a display pic rendered or something. I got to get a lot of art commission of it so that the character design makes sense to people. I want to make music for the stream, obviously. I'm starting to work on that just a tiny bit. Or at least I'm in a better place to do it ever since I got that new laptop. I need to sit down and take the multiple hours, probably like 2 or 3 days worth of time to properly EQ and set up the drums to be recorded in a perfect way. And then once I do that, I can start to just record them better and maybe start doing just unarchived music streams of just, hey, I'm jamming out on the drums, here's what I'm playing, and that's it, right? I would love to do that. But anyway, plans for the upcoming future, as you can see. The upcoming future, very redundant. We've got Night Rain, we've got Fantasy Life I, The Girl Who Steals Time. I have not played that game seriously since like a month and a half ago at this point, and I'm eager to get back to it. We've got Yakuza Remembrance and Dissolution, Call of Duty Military Intelligence. It would be really cool. We don't have a release date on Black Ops 7 yet, but it would be really cool if we can get back to and finish Military Intelligence before Call of Duty, before Black Ops 7. If not, hopefully Yakuza will be done by the time of it, and then we can play Black Ops 7 and then run back and do Military Intelligence, and all that stuff will be cool. And then we can hopefully have all that done by January or February next year, and then we'll be in a place of freedom, right? Obviously, we've got Gears of War Reloaded and Metal Gear Solid Delta Snake Eater coming out on the 26th. Some of those are a few days early, I think, based on stuff. No, they're both, I don't know. Delta comes out on that Thursday, but because I'm getting the special edition or whatever, right, it's available sooner than that, which is cool. So that's the August plan. We're going to probably knock out Gears of War in one long stream, one 6 or 7 hour stream, and then we'll start Delta very soon after. We're probably not going to do any multiplayer of Gears Online or whatever. We're probably just gonna run through those games and call it good, because I don't care to rerun them or take the time to do this or that or this or that. We might rerun Reloaded to grab all the COG tags or something. I don't know. Time will tell. But yeah, and of course Black Ops 7, GTA 6, and Gears of War E, they are the upcoming things we're looking at. But other than that, we gotta clean up our backlog, and then, very similarly to last month, because I've been focused on all this other shit, I don't have time to think about the future right now. I'd love to return to Final Fantasy 14. I think that might be the perfect place for me to finally build up any kind of like decent following while still not doing something I don't want to do. So maybe that'll be it. Maybe that'll be the right thing to do. Who knows? And then of course there's PC games with unfinished business, the console to-do list, and I want to play Legacy of Kain and Ys. I spent basically all my free time yesterday cleaning up my Steam library, because they put out a beta update for Steam that lets you change the sorting name for games behind the scenes, so you can actually reorganize things a little bit and change the order that they're displayed in. So I went through it, and I went through my whole fucking library, but I cleaned it up. So now, you know, Judgment and then Lost Judgment's right under it, right? All the Call of Duty games are in chronological order. All of the Battlefields are in chronological order. Yakuza has been sorted properly. Everything. I went through my whole fucking library. It's just scrolled down the alphabetical list, cleaned up stuff as I went, which is awesome because I made a tweet just 2 days before complaining about how, if I dig it up here, Street Fighter, for example, because of like trademark and, you know, Roman numerals and all this other bullshit. In my library, Street Fighter was listed as Street Fighter TM6, Street Fighter 5 with the Roman numeral, and then Ultra Street Fighter 4, which is fucking stupid. Why is it, you know? So I cleaned all that up, so now it'll be Ultra Street Fighter 4, Street Fighter 5, Street Fighter 6. So same with Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3 now that it will be just above Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite. So shit like that. Really awesome. It might even be better if we could rename games like visually as well, but that's okay. I think this works out pretty well. So that's that. This weekend we've got World War something, WWE SummerSlam 2025 just tomorrow and the next day, Saturday, Sunday. I'm hoping that Cody takes the belt back from Cena, and I'm curious how that will pan out. I'm really hoping there isn't a heel turn from Cody. I think it's too early for that. I think he probably has like another year of babyface left in him before he turns heel. But yeah, that'd be cool. I'm also curious about if Seth Rollins' injury is real or not. I feel like it's been really, really weird. I believed it as it happened and, you know, in the days following, but as we've gotten further away from it, and we still don't really have any concrete information about it, it just feels weird. It feels really weird. So we know that the main event of the first night is Gunther versus Punk for the heavyweight title. It's entirely possible Punk will win and then Seth will cash in to steal the title from him. I don't know. Very curious. I would be happy if there was no Seth Rollins this weekend. If Seth shows up to cash in on anybody, I'd feel worked and I'd feel like a fucking idiot. But I hope it isn't for the undisputed title. That'd be really stupid. I would not be a fan if Seth cashed in on Cody. So yeah, that's where I'm at. Hopefully Night Rain soonish. I've been watching a show called Mission Hill. Please look it up. It was created by what was it called? It was created by Bill Oakley and Josh Weinstein. It's a animated show from 1999/2000 that was pretty cool. So I'm about 5 or 6 episodes in and I'm having a good time. So check out Mission Hill. Someone's uploaded the entirety of it plus like special features and commentary into a single YouTube video. So just look up Mission Hill, the complete series. Cool stuff. Good stuff. Also, because now it's just my excuse to just yap about whatever I want, right? I'm also chewing through Insect Armageddon, Earth Defense Force or Insect Armageddon, and it started out really, really rough. It's 30 FPS by default, so I downloaded a file to make it 60. That's great. The controls are still kind of clunky, but I forgot that EDF gains momentum as you go, because as you get better stuff, you can clear missions faster and easier, because they might introduce new enemies, but at least the existing enemies stay the same strength, so you can then mop them up pretty fast, yada yada. So I always need to find stuff to chew through in the background during stuff, just so that I can keep myself sane. So even though I should be streaming everything, there's some stuff I want to do on my own time. So please respect that. Anyway, I think that's truly everything I can talk about now. Now I got to remember to do all the other of my annual monthly things here. Not annual, monthly, right? Yeah. So that's where we're at. Continue to look forward to more Yakuza until it's done, Call of Duty until it's done, and Gran Turismo, until 4 years from now when it's done or whatever. And yeah, hopefully Night Rain won't be too rough. I think we're going to be cutting it pretty quick because of we're just aiming to beat the final boss and calling it good. But yeah, so I think that's really all I can say about that. So thanks for tuning in. And now I gotta throw this all together and then post the story about it and then do all my other usual monthly stuff that I forgot was a thing, because guess what? Today's the first of the month. That means I gotta throw out rent. I gotta pay my phone bill. I gotta do this. I gotta do that. I gotta do this. I gotta do that. Right. So All right, folks. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you next time. All right. Bye-bye.